Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In case you are seeing this channel for the first time, this is Jofia DIY and you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Okay, in today's video, I'll be making multi-purpose laundry bar soap. Okay, multi-purpose, you're going to use it to bathe, you're going to use it to wash your clothes. Okay, now I'll be using hot method for this. Okay, now these are the chemicals I'll be working with. I have caustic soda ash, I have a silicate, I have sulfonic acid, I have my sugar, I have my alcohol, and this is my oil. I'll be pouring it into the pot. The pot is already on fire, the heat is on. Okay, I have two types of oil in the pot, and one of the oils is my tallow. This is the tallow. That is one of the oils I'm working with today. Okay, I'm going to warm the oil. Let the oil just warm up. I'm not heating it. Okay, just warming the oil. Then I'm going to add my silicate into the oil, into the warm oil. I'll add my silicate, and I'll make sure that silicates sometimes do have do cake. Okay, so that's why I'm adding it here, so that everything will dissolve. I'll add it and stir it when it fully dissolves, or when it's you know it doesn't have a specific time that you will stir it. Then I'll add my sulfonic acid into the warm oil also. Okay, I've added silicate and I'm adding now sulfonic acid into the warm oil, and I'll mix it before adding my caustic soda. Okay, in this process you can use already soaked caustic soda. You can use, okay, can you see the color of the oil has changed due to the sulfonic acid I added to the oil. Okay, you are going to, you can use soaked caustic soda. What I'm adding now is caustic soda. You can use soaked caustic soda. You can dissolve your caustic soda immediately and use it, since it is hot process. Okay, but what I'm using is already dissolved caustic soda, and I measured out. Okay, I'm going to stir it and let it trace. Okay, it will be like watery pap. You know watery pap. I don't know how to explain that, but just it will trace. Okay, to mix together, and I will keep it, and I will leave it. And this is my soda ash. What I'm adding in here is my calcium carbonate. I'm adding it into the soda ash while the soap is cooking on the fire. I will add this calcium carbonate and make sure that it dissolves very well. Then I will keep that and check the soup. The soap cooking does not mean that it's going to cook it, let it boil like soup or like stew. No, what we need here is just a medium heat. Okay, what we need here is just a medium heat. Don't cook it for it to boil. If it boil, trust me, this your soap is going to separate. If you allow your soap to boil during hot process, that soap is going to separate. Okay, I'll mix it and leave it and come back and be checking. That's how I'll be doing until everything mixed very well. Now it has mixed very well, it has cooked. Okay, how do you know that the soap has cooked? The color of the soap will change. It will be like custard. Though that take custard a lot, when you make your custard, the color will change. It will have this jelly like transparency. Okay, that's how the soap will look like before you start adding your soda ash and your carbonate. Then you mix it again like I'm doing. So I will stir it. When you add the soda ash, it's going to liquidify the soup a bit, but don't worry, just keep stirring. Everything will come back together. It will solidify again. It will trace back. Okay, can you see? I'm checking whether it has traced. When a soap traced, when you lift your stirring your spatula, you're going to see the soup dropping on the you're going to see a line. Okay, that's a trace of the soup. I don't know that my kerosene has finished though, and it's raining. I can't go out and get kerosene. I have to manage this heat. It's not heat enough. It's not the heat is not enough as I wanted it to be, but I'm going to work it. Okay, don't use low heat, don't use high heat, use a medium heat for your own. Okay, I'm going to leave the soup and come back and check on it after a while. Okay, I'm back and I'm stirring it now. It's tracing gradually. It's tracing. Okay, that's how this little batch, this is about 2 liters of oil, but this batch took me close to 35 minutes to cook. Okay, it took me 35 minutes to cook. That is why I don't like working with hot method, because you're going to sometimes it's going to take longer than 35 minutes. And now the soap is coming back together. Let me show you very well. Can you see? Can you see it's becoming thick? Okay, I'm going to add my alcohol now. I'm going to add my alcohol and mix it. Okay, make sure that, okay, I've given the quantity of alcohol you should use. Okay, but if you want to use more than that, it's up to you. I'm stirring it. Can you see how liquidified it is? Don't worry, just mix. Once you add the alcohol, everything is going to, separate water, butter and water. Everything will be so liquidified. Don't worry, just keep mixing till it comes back together. It's going to come back definitely. Okay, keep mixing, keep mixing, keep mixing, keep mixing until it's traced back. Okay, when it traced back, that is when you're going to add the other two remaining ingredients. Okay, can you see it's coming back? It's coming back so fast. It's tracing back so fast. Okay, so you stir it until it comes back very, very well. Then you add your sugar and your fragrance. If you're working with fragrance, I'm working with fragrance for this particular one, so I'm going to add in the fragrance before adding in the sugar syrup. Okay, I forgot to say, how do I make the sugar syrup? I dissolve the sugar in hot water before this production. I think 3 hours before this production, I dissolve I use hot water to melt, to dissolve the sugar. Okay, if not, it's not going to dissolve very well using cold water. And if you dissolve it immediately you want to produce, trust me, it's not going to dissolve. Okay, better use hot water and dissolve it prior to the time of your production. Okay, I've added my fragrance. The fragrance is your choice. If you like, you add. If you like, you don't add. Okay, it's a choice. Then I'll mix it. Can you see the soap? It's becoming jelly like. I'm going to add the sugar now, which is the last ingredient for this soap production. I'm going to add the sugar and I'll mix it. I'm sorry, my heat is not enough for me, but what will I do? Okay, when you add your sugar, you mix it. When you add your sugar, it's going to, trace quickly. It's going to solidify immediately. Okay, so this is the end of the production. Now what you're going to add now is your color, if you're working with color. Okay, now I have like 4 types of colors here that I want to work with. I have brown, I have yellow, my usual palm oil. I'm adding in the brown now. Okay, I'm going to take the little quantity of the soup and add the different colors. This is brown that I added. I'll mix it and pour it into the mold. I will also use brown mixed with yellow. Okay, I'll use brown mixed with yellow. I'll use pink also. Okay, now this is the brown one. See how it is. The reason why I'm using different colors is to show you the different colors, that if in case you want to use any color of your choice. Okay, it all depends on you. You mustn't use palm oil like I always do. You mustn't use orange, you mustn't use brown, you mustn't use pink. Any color that you know that your customers, that is appealing to your customer, that is the color you should use. Now this is the palm oil. I've added a little palm oil to this particular one, and I'll go ahead and add it into the mold as well. Okay, then I have brown and yellow color. Okay, I'm supposed to have brown and yellow color mixed together, but my brown color got finished, so I was thinking of what to do. I remember that I have cocoa powder, So as I said, let me use the cocoa powder as my brown color, but it didn't work out. The cocoa powder did not dissolve in the oil. It didn't dissolve very well. It wasn't soluble, but I used it like that. Okay, now this is the pink. Oh, I love this pink. This is the pink color. For those asking me about baby and me, this is it. So this is how you make it. If you want it to be more transparent, you can add stearic acid. But as you watch this video, I didn't use stearic acid for this production. Okay, but if you want yours to be more transparent, you add a little bit of stearic acid. You can add like 2% of it. Now this is the brown color and yellow I was talking about, that I did not get a soluble. The cocoa was not soluble enough, but I used it like that anyway. So I'll add it and mix it. That's just it. Okay. You then pour into your mold. Remember, as I'm taking the small portion of this soap and adding my color, the soap was still on heat. Okay, even though the heat was not much, the light is almost going off, but the soap was still on the stove. Okay, now let me just add a little of this brown and yellow color into the silicone mold, so that when I unmold it, you will see how all of the colors appeared, right? Okay, so I'm going to pour this one into the mold, this wooden mold. Then the remaining one, I'm going to add moringa powder and orange peel. Okay, moringa powder and orange peel, because remember I said this is a multi-purpose laundry soap. Okay, a multi-purpose, it mustn't add any botanical, it mustn't add any um uh, um natural additive. Okay, you can use it and bake the way it is. All right, now see the soap. I didn't video the part where I was adding the moringa and the orange peel. Okay, just add it the way I added the color. Now this is the one I did with yellow, and okay, this is the one I did with brown. Yeah, the brown color, the cocoa powder. Can you see the cocoa powder did not dissolve well enough? Okay, now this one is the one I added pink color. Can you see how appealing the pink is? Okay, and one thing I want you to, okay, this one is the one with palm oil, raw palm oil, and this one is the one with moringa powder and orange peel. All right, thank you all for watching. See you in the next video.